Hello and welcome back to Magmamo 3. So, today, let's make more progress in Tier 3. But before that, I'm gonna go and give Base a second core of screen time. Getting closer to trying out custom skins. After that, I only have Maestro, Rowan, and then Sarno as well. Oh god, that goes a lot. Let's not do that. 5 energy elements, 17 trickster token. Many of the stages I did play, in fact all of them except the last one, had trickster tokens, so... Right, this one had 5, this one I think had 2, this one was 5, this was the fast stage, and then this one, this one had 5 as well, so this stage had none. So let's see who you are. Anchorman, can you believe it? Earlier some bot named Presto was asking if they could borrow one of my anchors. They wanted a weight tie to themselves, they said. Unbelievable, anchors are far more than a simple self-induced burden. Oh, I saw you were swinging your anchor around. Yeah, I didn't notice it before. Just wanted to see animation again. So, 148th. What do we got? The return of Veteran Z by the Mega Fan 19XX with an overall score of 37.40. For a change, all the judge ratings are very, very similar. Interesting. Very, very similar. Only separated by 13 points. That's quite a low average. So what do we have? It's just a stage. What is it with tier 3 stages having so much skip teleporters? Also, in Magmamo 2 we had Chomp Man, which had this soundtrack and was in tier 3 and had a skip teleporter. And that level had an insane amount of enemy spam. Commander Man, okay. Oh, so this is how I'm gonna begin the session, huh? I do know how to fight Commander Man, believe it or not. I know it's hard to believe, right? Oh, you are being so cruel. Woo! Oh, I'm so dead. What? I should have shot him! He would have died. So... the stage begins with Commander Man. Just... oh! I made it. See, I'm telling you, I do know how to fight Commander Man. I just needed some time to warm up, okay? Oh, please don't shoot. Yeah, that was cruel. I do know how to fight Commander Man. It was a super slow start to today's recording session. Suddenly music changed. This was Something Revenge? The name of the stage was Something Revenge. I can't see it again, can I? Okay. Big room. What? I'm having a very slow reaction there because the big guy clearly telegraphed that it's going to do a small jump. Yeah, I just... Ooh! I did not mean to slide there. That was a accident button press. What the hell? Oh, you're gonna respawn. Yeah. So we had a Commander Man and 3 big guys as the only opposition of the stage. Okay, and it looks like it's just going to be another boss. I'm not gonna lie, I did not know I entered the boss rush level. That is a high jump. Ow. Okay. Another song change. This is the third song this stage. What's going on? Had a penguin makeup. Wow, this one is awesome though. Super fast-paced and, well, loud. So that's what I thought, okay. Oh, you're from Chillman's stage. Ah. Poorly timed. Oh, no, okay. Thank you. Come on. Can I make it? No. Oh, you respawn. Yeah, you just chill down there. Oh, okay, so the introduction is over safety, but now, screw the safety. Can I make it? Ho ho ho! I risked it. 5, 6, 7. And then grab the ladder in the top left corner. So simple enough yoku block pattern. And then grab. Oh, I knew you scrolled off screen just in time too. Wait. Oh. Magna Beam is disabled. You left Rush Coil, Break Dash, Thunder Beam, Water Shield, Laser Trident. Okay. And we're outside. No, I do want to stay on screen, believe it or not. So we've got Wind Physics. And a respawning Parasol. Oh, that doesn't hurt me, okay. Hello. Oh, yeah. What? Oh. Nice try, but no thank you. Okay, the Poton Dispenser. Checkpoint would be nice. Because I haven't had one in a bit. I am just going down, right? I'm not too sure now, and I don't have the mobility to get up there. Never mind, I do, but... Treble, what? Oh, no, no, no. No, Treble, come back, I need you. Okay, it is just down. Downtown! Okay, fight the squid for the... The homing missiles with the squid are actually so brutal. They have a really, really brutal AI. Yes! Okay, nice. I like the checkpoint. We are going for a lot of gimmicks. Oh, hello, Hothead. Hey. Hey! Back to backdrop and Apache show! Oh la la. Okay. Oh, again? Round 2? Okay. So those missiles... That's a really cool looking ladder. I just have to point that out. That is such a stylishly looking ladder for no apparent reason other than, yeah, it's there. Okay. I saw a spike somewhere. 4, 5... To be fair... Oh my gosh. Landing and refilling my weapon energy there was kind of spooky. 5, 6... I swear I played this room already. This room feels very similar to one I played earlier. It also had 7 yoku blocks. It is a different room though. Oh gosh. Okay, Apache Joe really needs to go! Okay, you need to go, my friend. Ow. Alright, Polar Bear, time for you to go. Goodbye. No! Ow. Ow. Oh, please open up. Hello? Thank you. Okay, finding the metal dispenser on the conveyor, an interesting touch. Got a checkpoint. Oh my gosh, now quick lasers. Oh dear. Gotta go fast. Gotta go super fast. Okay, just get out. Get me out of here. Super fast. Let me get out of here. And now Gutsman. Oh, hello. Oh, this does not fill me with confidence. Where is the key? I need to go up for the key. Now, they are consistent, but okay, it was simple enough. It looked much scarier than it really was. Oh, there's more. Okay. I don't like that. Oh, it was safe, but I really wait. Oh, I do need the lift though. Okay, so the crystal droppers here are kind of useless. Oh, you are making me climb a lot though, aren't you? Ah! Oh, okay. How much more for a... What is this room? I do not like this room at all. No. No. Yeah, you know, I'll just take the key and leave. Actually, no, I won't, because I want to get to the other side. Oh, how do I get... Oh, I don't like the look of this. Let me try this again. I don't have rush yet to cheese this either. Oh! I pressed the wrong button there, no. Oh, I wanted to shoot. Oh, I'm so going to die. I may not be dead. Oh! 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 It's quick beam. Yeah! I freaking fell for the trap. I did so well too. No, that's such a blunder, failing right at the end like that. That feels so bad. I did so well for the entire section. And I blundered the last bloody hurdle. Wait. Yeah, for a second fall. Hang on a sec. Where's my boss gate? Okay. What? That's so mean! Good to know. A random ass bloody Kelly's gonna spawn. Now the question, is that the last boss gate of the stage? Because I'm not convinced it is. Okay, you are just in such a bad position. No, 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 no. Stop it. Okay, do not panic, because there is no need to panic. Just wait. We are safe. Now what we're doing is just getting through the crystal droppers. Ow! Ow! I stood there and took it like a man! We got a checkpoint, so it may very well be the final boss of the stage. Oh! Gemini Man sprite, I think. Whoa! Gemini Man sprite but Flashman AI. Right? Oh, I'm dead. It's not the end! What? There's more? Oh, come on. The room looked like it was the end. Guts Dozer? Oh my gosh, the boss is back again! Okay. Ironically, this is hilarious. Ow. Okay, since you've opened up your spawner, let's just deal with that for now. Oh, you were one shot away. That's kind of annoying. Yo, finally! The energy element dropped for real. This state did nothing wrong. It was decent length, used a lot of gimmicks. Ooh, I can fight the tier 3 boss. Agent 8. Do not under any circumstance play with this near a billiards table. It will end badly. Okay. Book of Hairstyles. Contents. Style 1. Take off your helmet. This does not seem like a useful book. As I was saying before my plushie marbles appeared, the stage does nothing wrong. It goes on for a decent length. I'm a little bit disappointed that I died right before the checkpoint after I got the key, but that was just me quick thinking, and well, if I healed I wouldn't have run out of HP. But this stage was actually okay. It really doesn't do anything bad, it's just not very well themed. I suppose it's the one thing that it doesn't have going for it. It's just uses a lot of gimmicks, it's kind of all over the place, but it plays well. Let's see what the judges thought. That was the return of Veteran Z, nothing to do with revenge. Mick, 42. I recognize that introductory corridor. I don't. Unfortunately, familiarity doesn't automatically mean good. On the plus side, this level has some nice aesthetic variety. Yes, it all feels generic, but it manages to avoid being terribly boring. Likewise, Veteran Z is a halfway interesting fight. Oh, that's who it was. Sure, he's just Flashman followed by a Guts Dozer, but that gives him a degree of uniqueness that isn't always present in Death Kit reskins. Unfortunately, Veteran Z is behind a long level with a ton of bloat to get through. The core issue is the sheer amount of things in here, creating a strong quantity over quality feel. The rain and the quicksand sections stick out a little more, but that's due to their penchant for cheap shots and or alarmingly easy deaths. Quicksand section? Thanks to a lack of proper telegraphing on the Rakasurs, those are the red robots that drop off parasols, or the rocks, those brown bars are not consistent markers. I also remember that key climb with a double squid on before the boss fight, because it felt a tad excessive. There was also a difficulty curve mishap with squid on. The conveyor one felt noticeably harder than the quicksand one. Otherwise this was long, padded with filler and all very generic. Speaking of excess though, there's a good 11 different mini-bosses in here, plus a metric ton of spikes, and we only have 4 checkpoints in the entire level. I'm glad I only died once. In fact, I'm annoyed that I died the one time. That combination means this isn't very fun right from the outset, with fake difficulty that pushes things a bit too far for my taste. I'll grant, this isn't horrifically dull, but I can't say it's good either. Shin, 32. This feels like less of a fully fleshed out level and more like a segmented showcase of various gimmicks and enemies. Sadly, that ends up making the stage pretty indistinct in the grand scheme of things. There's only a few parts of the stage that actually stood out to me. The ending section with the Gutsman platforms and crystal generators was one of them, as it's the only part of the level that combines gimmicks, even if the lifts and crystals in the first room weren't really synced up that well. Another thing I noticed, or rather thought was a bit off, was the 2 yoku block segments where you need to reach a ladder in the upper left corner of the room. I had to go back and compare these rooms side by side just to make sure they weren't completely reusing the same layout. I felt it too! They were very similar. And even though they aren't exactly alike, they're still very similar. Even using 7, specifically 7 of them, in a very similar pattern. As for the rest of the level, while I wouldn't say it's outright bad, it's not exactly interesting either. The main issue here lies in what I mentioned before, in that every segment focuses on a different gimmick while completely ditching the previous ones with the slight exception of the yoku block. This may sound like a good way to give your stage more variety in theory, but in practice it just makes the level feel cluttered and unfocused. It doesn't help that most of the gimmicks don't really use sections use their gimmick. Let's try that again. It doesn't help that most of the sections don't really use their gimmicks that well, often having incredibly basic setups and enemy layouts that don't offer much in the way of challenge. There's a few exceptions to this, such as the rain and quicksand sections. You also mentioned those two, although in the case of the latter I think that was mostly due to the surprise boulders. More often than not, however, the level design doesn't really do much to pose any sort of threat or offer engagement. As a side note, I feel like this stage missed out on a golden opportunity to play off more of the aspects found in its reference source material. Given how many strange things show up in Mega Man Z, that's where it's from. It's a prime candidate for applying a reimagining akin to something like Cyberman's stage from the previous contest. If he had gone through that route, I could see this level turning out great. Patchy 40. Strange rival of an unknown origin? Veteran D, he's from one of those rather obscure fan games, right? Surprising to see this guy being brought into here. For this stage, I'm sorry to say, but it's just a really frustrating experience for me overall. First off, this stage is packed with way too many mini-bosses at once. So much fighting and you are given a very limited arsenal to work with. Only half of your weapons available with no ammo resupply anywhere until the end. It's like going to a war with only a knife. Of the kitchen variant, it ain't gonna end well. Speaking of war, the stage even starts with a full-on boss fight. Commander, man! Well, the concept of starting a stage with a boss is certainly unique. You could have chosen a more friendly boss to start with, like the giant Susie you find not too long after. A way to start the stage with a bang, I suppose. To elaborate a bit more on how the stage was quite exhausting to play, the first section where the real stage begins, where Kevin's stage 34 music starts playing, is especially problematic. It's several screens filled with plentiful stalling enemies such as Sniper Joes and Susies, yoku block puzzles with no rush or any utility weapons to help bypass, before ending with doubled up wind gimmicks with many instant death pits laying around and constant respawning umbrellas happily knocking you down to make you redo the whole thing again. And if that's not enough, you still have to fight 2 more mini bosses before you get yourself a mercy checkpoint. It really could benefit from having an extra checkpoint in between, saving the whole frustration of replaying this large portion of the stage over and over. Then comes the part with its poor implementation of gimmicks. There was the aforementioned wind gimmick and respawning enemies ever so happily pushing you off the edge. The non-telegraphed boulder droppers are also just as annoying as ever to deal with, due to the area of effect and slight RNG variable. To the rocks' shattering. The guts lift and crystal droppers together is a disastrous combo especially. The platform itself is too narrow for Mega Man to dodge the double layered crystal drop. The two elements also rarely synced up for any jumping window, making the whole section essentially a bunch of waiting time and unfun to traverse. So let's just throw in 2 more of these squid mini bosses at the end of the section there. Don't know if you can do that Buster only, that looks ridiculous if you're gonna go for Buster only, no damage. And also make you do the beginning lift crystal jump 1 more freaking time to get to the key door. Watch out for the laser and pit in the same room or do the whole darn thing again. Ah! And then there's Veteran Z himself, who is absolutely pathetic and uninteresting. Being a literal reskin of the Flashman fight and the Guts Dozer for the second phase, while the boss itself is already a recolor of Gemini Man in the first place. I guess that's the whole joke. Why did the stage start out hard and then have been so easy? Am I playing the whole stage backwards this whole time? Is this supposed to be a satire reflecting on the quality of the game which the gosh diggity darn was oriented from? I am left with so many questions. Patchy did not have a fun time, which is rare considering they were given quite a decent scores for most of the stages. Flashman 43. I'm of the opinion that every level should tell a story, whether that story is told through gameplay, aesthetics, dialogue, or a combination of elements. There should be a clear thread leading the player from premise to conclusion. This level tells a story, but I have no idea what it is. From the title, I assume the level is a sequel or reference to something. The Contra music, Commander Man fight and Napalm Man Tower start being a veteran returning from a foreign war mindset, but then the bulk of the level takes place at some facility filled with polar bears, holograms, lasers, crystals, conveyors, helicopters, squid umbrellas, and quicksand. What is even going on? The diversity was a bit too contrast here. Each section is somewhat cohesive in terms of challenge and theming, and the entire work is commendable, but I can't detect any thread connecting them all. Even the music selection feels disjointed and occasionally grating. The two-part fight with, I'm assuming, Veteran Z offers no insights, though it captures the essence of a decent final battle. What is this level trying to accomplish? There's some noteworthy creativity surrounding conveyors and guts lifts, but most of the level uses familiar setups without any significant twists, e.g. Big Eyes, Giant Suzy, lasers. Yoku blocks show a little promise. Geary is a nice touch, but there's so much waiting involved, especially for hologram to scroll itself off screen before proceeding. Other problems include uneven checkpoints / power-up distribution, how boulders and crystals are introduced, seemingly arbitrary weapon limitations, climbing down the ladder to your death during a mini-boss fight. What? What? And using Rush Coil to avoid the key door, which potentially circumvents the final challenge if you save the key. You can also do that? I wish I had more positive things to say, because I can't get a handle on the story. I have a hard time enjoying this level. And Ace, 30. This is a stage that I had Loyana in as a proxy. I felt like I should recount what happened during the play session. After fighting one of the harder Death Kid bosses in the first room, Loyana accidentally dying to a big guy and starting from the beginning, I decided to throw down my pen and leave the room. Why is there no checkpoint after the boss? Why is there a second boss before we see the first checkpoint? Why does a stage that lasts around 15 to 20 minutes have 3 stage checkpoints in? What is the obsession with mini bosses? All questions yet to be answered. This is a level that is trying to be a Wily level, but these are one of the hardest level types to get right. In the base series, these are often the most generic of stages, reusing previously seen level assets willy-nilly. This leaves the level with almost no identity and cohesion, especially when you keep changing between tile sets and gimmicks. The level appears to be structured quite well, and the Quickman laser segment was a highlight, but there were a couple of places with tight jumps due to low ceilings. There should also have been some visual indicators for the dropping boulders and crystals. Having 11 boss fights in the stage is frankly overkill. There were a couple of ideas on the verge of working, but when the 6th boss in the stage is the only one doing something clever, it is quite hard to notice or care. The final encounter with the twin squidon is just horrendous. There is no reliable way to dodge on a moving platform being bombarded by crystals. Yeah, the judges pretty much cover most of the questionable things I would say to this stage. 11 mid/main bosses is kind of insane with how sparse the checkpoints are, and I'm still gutted I died in this stage. Well, I died to... Did I die to the first phase of Z, Veteran Z as well? Potentially. But maybe not, because Flashman really doesn't do a lot of damage, but I'm so gutted I died after getting a key. Could have avoided that, and that would have been so awesome. Clearing this stage, which apparently is quite punishing, without dying, but alas, it was only one death, so I think I'll take that as a positive win. I didn't mind that stage, because I didn't die in it, so at least there's that. Overall, a decent stage, I enjoyed it. That said, let's take a quick refreshing pause and move on.